run, but he really wasn't able to finish him off at all or really do too much real damage. Protoss just reacted very well. See a little chit chat going between the players. GLHF, GG, GLHF, you too. I'd term Tom. I don't think that the Zerg realizing what this means at all. I actually don't know what this means. So I think some massive amounts of miscommunication happening. Let's see, probes scouting the Zerg base. I think the Zerg just gonna go on ahead and ignore what the Protoss is talking about here. He does scout the pylon down there, definitely meaning some form of wall coming. I'm assuming we'll see a forge. Zerg looking pretty comfortable doing that forge fast expand. If he can recover after that last game doing it, I think he's going to be very confident doing it again. And he does try a proxy pylon up here. He gets scouting. He cancels at the last minute. Quite an impressive cancel. Protoss definitely going to be trying to get those proxy pylons around, so Zerg's just got to make sure they scout everywhere, especially around your naturals, as they can be so easily counter-rushed. We see a Nexus first this time, and a blocked Forge. Very annoying drone there. The Forge can go down on the other end of this wall. And Pro going to go ahead and almost mine, and we see a hatchery be taken right there and immediately canceled into an Evo chamber. I think that might be SL Exonics. You say that name, I'm sorry if I butchered it. I think that might be his favorite trick in StarCraft 2, the amount of times we've seen this. It's actually good in some cases, but I don't think it's going to do much here. In fact, I think it's kind of worthless. We do see a gateway coming, and we see some Lings on the way down to get in here. We're not going to see a cannon in time to stop this, and this Nexus could be in trouble. We see both gases going down for the Protoss. This looks like a gutsy build from Protoss. I don't know how he's going to hold off these Zerglings. There goes a really late cannon. That's going to be maybe a third done by the time these Lings get here. And if they just target that cannon or the pylon down, they should be able to do some real damage. We're going to see probes get pulled. This meaning to go oop or some form of surprise. And Zerg's just like, I don't mind if I do wander right in here. And we see all the probes being pulled. And these Zerglings going to be so annoying. There's going to be no income coming in from Protoss right now. Zero, just some gas coming in. These probes not being microed excellently. They're going to get 1, 2 Zerglings. No, and we do see we see 2 workers killed now from Protoss. He doesn't have any mining. We're going to see Zerg buildings going down. I'm trying to get a spine crawler built right there. That was interesting. Very interesting. These Zerglings, I think this is actually working out really well, providing a nice little choke on these probes. He does try to mineral trick them to get them in the middle of the Zerglings, but the Zergling's not going to engage the probes except for when they can get them in a choke or isolated. Very good control here. I think we're going to see a lot more Lings be produced. We see a fairly late expansion. Not really worrying about drones. I don't think that Zerg needs to. I think if he just controls these Zerglings, he should be able to eke out the GG from Protoss. He's going to get a cannon going back up in his main, but I think if he's not able to control this down here, it is in no way going to work. Now we see the spine crawler getting down on the tiny bit of creep there. More Zerglings spearing in. He can probably engage these probes now. This is not looking good for Protoss. Protoss really, I think, just the Nexus first build's a little gutsy, and then not focusing on getting a cannon right after this Forge, this gateway. You really got to scout and see if there's going to be any early pressure coming. And in that game, that spawning pool was fairly early. And so the Protoss just got to get a read on that as to what he can get away with. And this cannon cannot even reach this Nexus, but he is going to surround a lot of these Zerglings. No, he's not. Never mind. There's still one picking away at the Nexus. We'll see some probes get pulled. I think a little bit of mishandle on these probes by Zerglexen. He's getting a cannon in position now, but everything down here is going to go down. Spine crawlers just deal so much damage. I think it's ridiculous. He's dying, but he's going to be able to do a lot of pain. And the rest of these Zerglings are going to easily finish this up. So Protoss will be turtled in enough here. I think Zerg gonna have to react properly in order to finish this off. I don't really think he can get away with just continuing with Lings, so I do like the Roach Warren. I think that will finish him off right away. Roach is very hardy against any amount of early... Oh, there's their gateway coming back down. Protoss just crazy behind right now. I do really think that Roaches will be able to finish this off no problem. In fact, this many Zerglings is not going to have too much problem either. These cannons are placed pretty well, so I think definitely able to absorb a lot of Zerglings. But I don't think there's any hope from Protoss. He is sticking in. He is fighting to the end. I like to see that from Protoss. It's usually more Zerg mentality. I guess unless you're Idra, I keep referencing Idra. I do love Idra. He's a great player, but definitely he does quit sometimes, kind of surprisingly. These probes, I don't know if he's trying to do a hold position. Yeah, he's trying to do a little hold position trick here just to be impressive, make the Zerglings look dumb. I know I do that because when I found out about that trick in StarCraft Master, I was like, this trick is the shiz, man. Zergs are going to look like fools, and then they just start actually clicking on your probes, and it ends up not ever really making much difference. So will we see some Roaches coming? We don't. We see Queens and a more rounded drone. Zerg's like, I'm going to take the opportunity to macro up so I can crush you convincingly. I really don't think that'd be necessary, but Roaches can be expensive, I guess, if you don't have any. I think in the unit's loss is going to be, well, it's going to be actually largely in favor of the Zerg. Remember that the Zerglings are so cheap that killing these buildings down here easily paid for a ton of Zerglings. So just don't see what Protoss can muster here. He gets a Cyber Corner, another Forge coming down, as well as another couple of gateways. So he's going to be all turtled in here, and the Zerg is going to, I guess, have to choose wisely when he attacks, or indeed just take the rest of the map. We see first Roaches popping out here. And they are going to be able to, if they get a nice angle, such as from over here, they'll be able to either target photon cannons or pylons or any of the Protoss units. You see a Zealot getting surrounded, he's not going to get much done. And that, I don't think Protoss can be able to build anything farther out until he gets maybe a couple more cannons. He's going to be down here, something like that. It's just so tempting for Protoss to hang in here because he did tie the series 1-1. It's a best of 3. He had a mighty run through this tournament, but I think Zerg Exilonics going to advance and definitely playing quite well. Just so annoying. He's definitely got some solutions to that Forge Fast Expand by Protoss. So I think the other participant in the final will be TBZ in the finals, which I'm super excited for. TBZ, I think one of the best matchups. I think it's really even, really dynamic, and a lot of fun to watch. This cannon not even going to be powered, so it's going to go down. These Roaches are going to deal so much damage, it's going to be GG. You did a good job. I was gotta proxy 2 gate. Okay. Well, he really didn't proxy 2 gate. He tried the pylon and canceled it right away. I guess he didn't have too much of a follow-up plan, although I really think if you just started this cannon a lot sooner, he would have been alright. Now we'll be looking at Stalkers and cannons. This game could go for a little while yet, but nope. There's the GG finally, and we'll be getting on into the finals. I think the Zerg like I said, he's just really got some nice solutions for that Forge Fast Expand. At least, I don't think they would really be solutions, but little tricks that can be so annoying for Protoss. Protoss, if he just miscontrols a little bit, maybe pulls all the probes instead of a few, and doesn't get cannons and pylons in good positions. Obviously, I think the first game, the Artosis pylon had right out in the middle there was just kind of a bad placement. I'd like to see that maybe behind a Forge Gateway, kind of tucked away to where those buildings would have absorbed all the Banelings. Because definitely Banelings versus Protoss, you think they're, you definitely think of Banelings as more of a ZVT or ZVZ thing. But that was a great usage of them there. I think that's, I think the chat was talking about that, and that's definitely something I agree with, and I was very interested to see. So we will be getting into the finals. If anyone wants to see the bracket, I guess I can bring that on up. So it will be Crazy Toss and versus Exonics in the finals. Crazy Toss, I don't know much about him, but he's definitely, I know he took out my opponent, and he took out a Terran who seemed pretty strong. So it'll actually be a Protoss versus Surge. Excuse me, I said Terran, but I think Crazy Toss going to be in. I know there was some talk that he may have been removed. They were reviewing a replay about some BM that happened in the first round, I think. So we'll look back for the results on that. Interesting. Kind of annoying how these chats empty after I'm out of them. Is Crazy in the chat? He is not. It's been kind of hard to get a hold of that guy. I haven't seen him yet. I haven't gotten a chance to talk to him, so I'm checking on the maps. It looks like Teldarim Altar. Definitely designed for some macro play. So where is Crazy? Oh my goodness, folks, I've just realized that it's been raining outside. My window was indeed open, I guess with my headset on and the StarCraft action going on. Didn't hear it. It's a little bit wet on the windowsill, so it is slightly less than optimal. But it's all over with now, and I guess whoops, so